Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to show you around this HondaE. Here it is. This is Honda's newest electric car. It's the HondaE. It's fully electric. No engines at all, no hybrid business, fully electric. Look at this car, is somewhat classic but at the same time really modern, and because of that this thing will never look old. Don't be put off by the size, because some of you guys may think this is really small, but actually it's pretty big. Obviously this one is white and black, but the white paint is actually pearl. I don't know if you can see it there, but it really does pop in the sun. It's a nice colour. Maybe wondering what's this bonnet scoop or power bulge or just black shape on the bonnet. If you get your keys, hold this button, it pops up. It does say Honda, so it does remind you that you're in a Honda, because I will say from the inside it doesn't feel like a Honda at all. This can charge from 0 to 80% in around 20 minutes to half hour, so it charges really quick. But what's the power like on these Hondas? I'm not going to get all too technical, but they range from 132 bhp to around 150, so in something that's got instant torque, it gets a move on. So these are the mirrors, and these are just cameras. I keep thinking these things are folded. If you keep an eye on the door handles, there they go, they pop out. They can sense you coming, and we've got some pillarless doors. You can see straight away that this thing looks really modern, but also at the same time it's got that retro kind of feel to it. So you've got some material that looks like wood, but that material is actually nice. I'm a fan of that. They also match these brown seat belts. Material down here that looks like wood, which is nice, and you've got it up on the dashboard there. It really does give that retro feel to it, along with the brown seat belts and this material on the seats. You just saw those mirrors, and there they are. These screens are your entertainment system, and this screen is the one that you'll be looking at the most. You can see I'm 85% charged. This car does have regen, so when you do brake or when you are off the throttle, it does charge his battery slightly. Notice there's no gear selector, there's just these buttons. Under here you've got some storage. Obviously you can put your phone in there, and what's mad is you've got a HDMI port and you've actually got a plug point. So in the HondaE it's a lot of things to play about with. If we press all apps, click aquarium, and this is one of my favorite things about the car. It's not my favorite thing, because I will show you that in just a sec, but you've got your very own aquarium. You can even feed your fish. You can feed them. If you forget about the aquarium, if you look down here, you've got all your drive selects. You've got drive, neutral, reverse and park, obviously. Also got drive mode. Now if we look up here, you can see normal, and if I flick it, you can put it into sport mode. So the HondaE does have a sport mode. So this button here is, it brakes on its own, and that activates braking regen. So every time it does use a brake, it regenerates and also brakes itself. Inside this car, it does not feel like a Honda at all. I actually can't believe the quality of this little car. Hondas normally have this stigma of, oh, the interior's poor quality, but not this one. They've done well. So on a full charge, this Honda does around 100-ish miles, and if you live near your work, or you live in a city, then you can't go wrong. You've got 100 miles, say, and it's gonna get you there and back comfortably, happy, and you'll find yourself driving this thing without the radio on, because you think, if I turn that radio on, it's gonna use my charge. But at the same time, you just want to hear complete silence. Turn around here. The turning circle on this is something else. It really is. So I'm to a complete stop. I'm in normal mode. Stamp on the throttle. You get pushed back in your seat, instant torque, and away you go. It's hard to get your head round because you're driving a car and it's just so quiet. And the steering, how direct this thing is crazy. You can, wherever you point this thing, it will go, but at speeds that does get a bit sketchy because as soon as you turn, it just darts. Obviously you've got no drive shafts, etc. So let's try this out. I'm in normal mode right now. Let's put it to sport mode, stamp on the throttle, and off we go. You can hear the surge of power. I like this car, I really do. So at Innovate Composites, we've got some big plans for this car. It's gonna look similar to that rendering everybody has seen, which I can't really show it because of copyright and all the rest of it. Obviously it's not gonna look exactly the same. Obviously, we're gonna have our own take on it, but a lot of things are going to be happening with this. You can see how wide it is, you can see how low it is, you can see everything has pretty much been modified, and that's the plans for this car. It's going to look so cool. We really do think that this is the future of motoring, obviously, and with things like Teslas and other electric cars being so expensive, everyday working class people are going to be able to afford things like the HondaE. Other manufacturers are going to start making their EVs a lot cheaper, and you're going to start seeing a lot on the road. And with a lot on the road obviously means people who are into cars are going to start modifying them, and they can look at things like this when it's done and think, yeah, I really do like EVs. When this is done and when people see this, it's going to be a big step to EVs and the modifying community around EV cars, because right now it's not that big. I'm going to try out this auto braking. Press this button and already it's braking on its own. Okay, now if I... That's really weird. Yeah, so the paddles are changing how harsh it's braking. That's crazy. I've never experienced that before. I like that. That's good. So if I flick the paddle shift, and that's going really intense now. It's on the highest head and it's really putting on his brakes. You don't even have to brake. You don't even have to brake. You can just accelerate and just... That's mad. Guys, if you're watching this on my channel, be sure to check out Innovate Composites out. You'll see me over there presenting and the rest of it. I will leave the links in the description down below. And if you're watching on Innovate Composites channel, be sure to head over to James R50. I don't just do electric cars, I also do noisy cars and cars that are not very good for the environment, but that may change, So thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of the HondaE and just EVs in general in the comment section down below. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Is it a good idea? Isn't it a good idea? Let me know in the comment section down below. And be sure to subscribe, click that notification bell to be up to date on all future changes on this HondaE. And before long you will see it in all its glory. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.